Hi, this is Amy M. Burns from amymburns.com and author of Using Technology with Elementary Music Approaches, published by Oxford University Press and out on Amazon today. And it is a book of ideas and lessons that integrate technology into Dr. Fire Robin's first steps and Kodai approach and or Schulich approach, as well as project-based learning. Check it out today, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel, as it's pretty much every week I leave an episode. And this week's episode kind of piggybacks off of last week's episode. Sometimes my episodes are long. Last week was long. Sometimes they're short little tidbits, like earlier this week was a very simple little video of showing you how to clean up a YouTube link like this one just by taking the YouTube link and putting a hyphen between T and U, where I'm circling right there. And that's what you're seeing here. This is actually from my channel. Subscribe to my channel, please. But this is just me cleaning it up so there were no ads. I didn't want you to have to look at all the ads on the side panel. So today's episode is short and sweet because it's expanding off of last week's, but this week it is creating a play-along video, but not using a conductor, this time using a virtual xylophone. So we're using the playxylo.com, this virtual xylophone, and we are using Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker March. Now, it is transposed to C, as I'm kind of stuck in the key of C. And this time there'll be no conductor. So what I did was I went into Canva to create the slide deck. Now I went into Canva because it's free for educators to use if you use your educator account, email account. And there's a lot of things that I can use with permission inside of it. And then the templates are already there made for you. So I was using a template this time. It was called Social Science Lesson. And what I did was coming off an idea that I saw on YouTube, which was a virtual instrument play along. Brilliant. I decided to try that myself. So I was using this idea where I'm going to use the numbers instead of using note names, because if you're using a virtual instrument like this playxylo.com, you're going to use the numbers to play, not the letters. So I decided to use the numbers. I used the rhythms that we're going to use. And I had to color code it a little bit differently because I'm using this xylophone. The A is different than boomwhackers, and the B is different than boomwhackers, so I color-coded that differently. Once I made my slides, I wasn't using animations or anything else. And again, not using a conductor. I just downloaded them, and I put them over in Keynote. You can put this over in Google Slides. You can put this over in Google Slides or PowerPoint. You can put it in either one. It's whatever you want to use. Now, the recording, I decided to use an arrangement that was keyed in C, a very simple ABA arrangement, so that my slides look like ABA, blue for the B section, pink background for the A section. And in Keynote, you can just go into Document and hit Audio and add it. In PowerPoint, you can hit Audio and add the audio file. And in Google Slides, you can add the audio file as well. And in each program, you just tell them to play across the slides instead of stopping after the first slide. So it depends on which program you're using, but it's pretty intuitive to figure that one out to do that. So now that I know it's going to play across the slides, the next thing I did is I used Loom. So I'm not going to hit Loom right now or it will stop this recording, but I use Loom. Loom is also free for educators, and if you sign up using your educator email address, you will get unlimited video creation time. And then once the pandemic's over, they'll give you 45 minutes of video per video, meaning you can create a 45-minute video for free. So that's a really nice thing about Loom. I also love that Loom sources the sound from inside. So you can turn your mic off, and when you're doing something like this, creating a video where you're going to click through the slides, it's going to take that internal music and put that right inside the video in a nice quality sound, instead of having it outsourced through the tiny little speaker and insourced back in through the tiny little microphone. So I like Loom for that. So I created this first, just a video using Loom. So then I had my video. So I come back over here, and that's what I had on this side. Now, to split the screen like this, what I decided to do was, when I was in Loom, I went over here And where it said, instead of like just going into like this, I did tile window to the right of screen. When I did that, like I was over here saying I was in Loom, when I tiled the window to the right of the screen, what it did for me was it divided the screen like this. So it had the xylophone on one side and this playing on the other side. That was really, really great because it helped me to create this movie. So then using Loom again, I had the one video I already created using Loom. And then I clicked that little thing that said tile to the side of the screen. I don't know if that's a Mac thing. Now, if you're using Google Slides and you're using the Xylo, again, you can use like there's a split screen you can use. You can alt bracket, but basically, or you can just resize your windows. What I was trying to do is to make sure that the video played on one and the xylophone played on the other. That's all I was doing. However you get to that point, there's probably 50 different ways to do it. And it's so funny because I'll put up one way and then someone will say, you can do it this way. That's totally cool. You totally can. Do it the way that works best for you. I'm not saying this is the only way. Okay. There's so many different ways. It's one of the nice things about technology, to be honest with you, that I like about it. So there's probably about 50 different ways at least to do one thing. So I had the video playing on one side and then I played along with it on the other side, and this is the result. So as you can see, I'm playing along with the video. So what will I do use this with my students? I will project this. It's on my YouTube channel. Again, you could clean it up by putting the hyphen between the T and the U in the address, and then have them open up their devices and go to playxylo.com, and then they'll play along with the video. Are you missing the conductor? You probably are. And again, this is just experimental. But maybe if you don't want the conductor, this is pretty cool. If you do want the conductor, that's probably next week where I'm going to probably add back in the conductor. Or next week might be really trying to do this with virtual boom whackers instead of virtual xylophones. So I know how to do it, and that's my next step. Anyways, feel free to use this video however you want to use it, or just grab the video and play along with your students. Have fun with it. It's a fun one to do. This again is very simplified when it gets to the B section where they're all running in 16th notes. We're just running in quarter notes, kind of using a variation on the chord progression of the arrangement I used. Enjoy the video. Have a great week. I hope you had a wonderful holiday if you celebrate, and enjoy your upcoming December.